Well, good morning. It's here. I'm going to show you real quick. That's the morning time. It's almost 6 o'clock. Still a little bit dark outside. And current office space here in our home, which will eventually be a bedroom for our grandkids when they arrive later this year. But anyway, here's the news. Okay, on that last video clip, I showed you that I had 6 fertile eggs, and yes, I did candle them. Actually, the candling was on day 14, and that's when I started lockdown. I think it's more recommended for day 15, but I did it on 14, and at least that's the days I counted. And so originally I had several more eggs in there. I think I had 14 eggs, and so 8 of them literally were not even fertile when I had candled them. So the true number of fertile eggs was 6 eggs. Now keep in mind, these are our own eggs from our own jumbo quail that we purchased back actually late February of 2022. And long story short, they hatched on, I believe it was March 17th. So anyway, so it is from those birds that these are the eggs. And so we don't have a whole lot of hens, and that was the other thing. Because we'd like to produce more eggs, right? So, and then we have one customer that will buy 12 to 24 a couple dozen a week minimal. You know, she might even want more. We're not quite sure what she does with them all. We do know that she pickles them, and she has a grandson or whatever that lives with her, and apparently he loves the quail eggs, and they're very nutritious and awesome for a lot of human deficiencies that the quail eggs will super exceed anything that a chicken egg would do. And so anyway, so we have that as a customer, and we have a commitment from a store that they want to buy our eggs. And so anyway, we're growing the business. I guess it's going to become a business. It's basically a hobby still right at the moment, but slow but surely we're seeing with what it can turn into. So anyway, today is so that was June 14th. That was lockdown. Normally lockdown is within 4 days, 2 to 4 days, give or take. So when day 17 came, all I saw one egg. It had a tiny little crack in it, but there was no peeping all the way through. And that little tiny crack lasted for hours and hours and hours. It didn't go any further. And then on the 16th, I think, no, I take that back. I think it was June 16th. I saw that, and then I saw 2 other eggs. I had the flashlight and I was peering in, and I saw one little crack on those eggs, but no peeping, no beak showing, no air breakthrough on the eggs. And so yesterday was the 18th, and this is June 19th, early in the morning. So I'm going to show you with what has occurred. Okay, so I'm going to get up here. Yeah, as you can hear, I was sitting and go into our area here. This is the 360, Nutrite 360, and we've got baby quail. And there you go. So there's 2 of them, and let's see, can I turn this around? And there's another one on this side here. So what I'm showing you here is that out of the 6 eggs, 3 only hatched. So I guess that's a that's a 50% hatch rate. Yeah, you know, if you want to look at it that way. And I've had it as a temperature about 100, and this is at 67% humidity. You know, and here's one of the eggs that there's just no evidence of any type of cracking in it. Unfortunately, I don't think that. I'm sure there was life in there, but they're not gonna make it. They're not gonna peep. They're not gonna break through. And just turning on the light here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So we have 3, and we're happy with the 3, and it's our first from our own eggs, and hopefully we'll have many more. I'm thinking of ordering the next batch in another month or so, and get another layer cage and really make this thing grow. Okay, so that is it for, and I'm gonna next show you where they're gonna go. Okay, I'm just walking around our dining kitchen room area. I'm here in the hallway. Open up, going into the garage. The last 2 hatchings that we've done here on our little homestead was done in that room that I was first talking to you from. But this is where we temporarily have our setup. If you've seen any of my videos, you've seen these already. But this time I put the brooder. This is the Hatching Times brooder. And it's all clean, of course. And so I've got the water all set up already in there. I put some of their 30% game food. I put it in a blender and just blended it a little bit to get some of the crumbles a little bit more finer, since they're only barely 24 hours old. And this is the setup that Hatching Times gives you. And so I've got 3 sections here. And they don't give you the light bulb, but that's an LED light bulb. It doesn't really generate any heat. It just gives light, which I'm grateful for, because without that it'd be pretty dark in there. And I have it closed off right here. So they're so tiny, they're just like little tiny marbles in size. And so I put a piece of tape across there, because this system here it does a pretty decent job, but the baby quail are so tiny they could possibly get through that and plop down here on the. I've had that happen in the past, so that's why I have this. I have a piece of tape that goes across here inside. So anyway, that is our system, and that is the heater mechanism right there, and that's the gauge for the heat. I have it currently set at, it's approximately 37, 36, I have 37.5. That is supposed to be like 99.6. Anyway, that's where that's at, okay? So there we have it, and that's where they're gonna go. Okay, the birds are out, and here they are. I have them in this little bucket, and I want to get them out to the brooder. So here we go. They're going for their first travel experience here. Okay. And I'm gonna just set them on top of the brooder here. And since I'm a one-man show and my wife is still in bed, I'm gonna do my best to, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna put those in the brooder, and once they're in there, then I'm gonna get back to the video, okay? Wow, so they've never have seen food before, and I'm trying to figure out what to do to get them to the water dish there. So I just need to, I think I'll try to get the strongest one. The little one seems to want to be struggling a little bit. So yeah, that was water. I don't know if that little one's gonna make it. I hope it does. So anyway, I'll come back later. And so that's it for this segment of these three birds, and hopefully that little one will survive. Would hope that it does, and we'll find out. So, but the other two should do fine. They're eating, and hopefully they'll discover that water. Maybe I'll bring the water dish a lot closer. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being part of this experiment thing that I was doing, and hopefully the three will make it. Okay, so that's it for today. Today is June the 19th, 2022. Take care and God bless.